Today on Edu Chat, it's that time again where you turn your clocks back, so I hope you already did that. Have you ever run into your former or current teacher in public? Andrew will tell us, has this happened to him? Fam, do you have any great or gushy stories about a substitute teacher you had in school? North Carolina State University has announced they will do Wellness Day in response to multiple student suicide this semester. We were so excited to have him guest co-host last week, so we decided to bring him back on. Bry'Neir Seymore stops by.
Season 8, The Educators with Andrew Frey, Damon Anderson, and me, Darnell Funches. The Educators start now.
Welcome to The Educators, everyone, and welcome back our very own coach, Darnell. So let's jump right into some Ed Chat, you guys. All right, so first up, we're going to talk about what we have. There were discussions of mental health, relaxation areas, and even animal therapy on the campus of North Carolina State University last month in October. So now get this here. Students told WRAL News that the wellness day that they are implementing over there was a good idea to help students face their problems they are dealing with. But some of the students, they were skeptical about it, about the long-term, impact, the effect up to this. So I found that Mr. Randy Woodson, he said in a recorded message last month that the campus is hurting, and they're asking questions, over the sad and tragic loss of their students this semester. So now more than ever, he says this here, now more than ever, it's important that we take care of ourselves and each other. So I'm going to open it up because, Andrew, this is quite where you are at in North Carolina. What do you guys think of this here of, implementing Wellness Day for our students, for them, to take off, and they can take care of themselves pretty much, they can do the things that they want to do, relax, do this and that. So what are your guys', opinion onto this here?
So I think it's a good idea. I mean, of course, anything in life, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. But I feel as though, like, when it comes to students in particular, that at times they need that time off. At times they need to have time to just relax. They need to have time to have that meditation to themselves, to get their thoughts together, to understand that everything they do is always going in motion. All right. We always talk about being in slow motion, but I really feel like wellness days are good. I just throw it out there. I ain't ashamed. Andrew's a teacher. He needs his time. I can actually put it in there with that. I mean, I've talked to him on a couple of occasions where his mind wasn't where it needed to be at that time because he's had strenuous days. Well, you can say the same thing for students too. They have strenuous days. When they have strenuous days, it begins to act a little different. Now, the difference between Andrew and them, or even me as an educator, you as an educator, anybody else, is we know if we're gonna have some strenuous days, we either need to, one, call out and have a sub come in so that we can have that time, or say, you know what, I'm gonna suck this up today, despite what I'm going through, and I'm going to do things that I normally do in between periods. So that may mean listen to a little meditation music. That may mean read something to get yourself together, to get that self-care of what you need to continue out your day. But this right here, like I just said, it's going to be good. It's going to be bad for some, because some people are going to feel like, oh, they don't need that. You get what I'm saying? And then some people are like, yo, hold on. Like, we do need it at times. You get what I'm saying? We need a break. Right. We do it with the podcast. We have hiatus moments, right? We take a break, get our thoughts together.
Absolutely.
Understand we have families, you know what I'm saying? Or we might not have, kids or whatever, but at the end of the day, we still need that wellness check. We still need that break. Absolutely. So I compare it to both because at the end of the day, like I said, I see my brother tired. You done had your moments, D. When you were tired, you wasn't fully in effect. You know what I'm saying? I done had my moments when I wasn't fully in effect. All right. And so what is the best thing for us to do? Take time, We got you. When you ready, you come back. Same thing with this. This is something good. If we really look at it, it's something good. Like, let these children, these college students get that time to just say, woo, they may have a thesis paper. We don't know what they're going through. I'm in a master's program. You know how many papers I write a day? I need that time. We're talking about doctorates, PhD people in a doctorate program. You know the things they have to do and go through to get the evidence and everything they need to do for a dissertation? This works out perfect. In my opinion, it works out perfect. It gives people the time, the wellness, and the rest that they need. How I feel about it.
Yeah, I am totally with you, Coach. Absolutely. This is a great idea, for students, because every student, they needs a break from here and there. I mean, seriously, because they go through, everything, on a daily basis. And, sometimes, us as educators or as parents, we don't get to see of what, they are going through, because sometimes, they like to shut down, and not, tell us everything that is happening with them. So this is a great idea, for North Carolina, of what they are doing. And all schools around the world, they need to be doing this too, because this will help our students, seriously. Because, Coach, just like, you say, with us, from the show, we take hiatus from the show, we take breaks, for us, to relax, recharge ourselves. And then when we are ready to come back, we are ready. Every student needs this. I'm on board. I am absolutely on board with this.
And I will say this though, like Coach said prior, there are days where I'm gonna use work as an example. There are days where I'm like, I don't want to be here. Yeah. I don't want to be here because, like Coach said, I talk to them, I will say every now and then, because I need that break. The students that I deal with every day, they drain my energy. They drain my energy each and every day, from kicking to screaming to a lot of things. And there are teachers where I'm at now, they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I need a break. Because where I'm at, we're a year-round school. So you have track 1, track 3, and track 4, where they're in there for, I would say, about 6 weeks. And then they leave, they track out or a break for 3 weeks. Meanwhile, as a 12-month employee, I'm there every single day.
Yeah. Right.
And I have to find like a day or two to take a break.
Right.
As a mental health day.
So okay. let me ask you this, Andrew. Okay. Let's and it's not even about playing devil's advocate. We ain't even play devil's advocate today, okay? Because this right here, this is serious. How about these wellness, right? The wellness that we're talking about with the students at North Carolina State University, right? Let's empathize and let's put it in where you're at. How about this? If you really need the breaks that you all need, especially when you're dealing with special ed, because even in general population, that too can make you drainful, but not as drainful as it is when you're dealing with special ed. I know what Andrew's going through because I do paraprofessional work with special ed kids, and that thing gets a little draining. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. They need to start allowing therapists at least 2 days out of the week to just fundamentally focus on those kids so that you all can get the breaks that you need so that you all can prepare for the next 3 days. You bring the therapist in, we can see now what is going on with you. Why were you acting out this week? Why did you decide to kick somebody? Why did you decide to throw a chair or whatever the case may be? But now we have the data and the paperwork that we need during this wellness day, because now we can actually see what these students are thinking about and why they're bringing the character in to this school day. Give me 2 days out of the week as a therapist, 3 days for the teachers. Everybody's on one accord. And I almost can guarantee you your days will go by smooth because everybody's on the same page. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Talk something.
That's a perfect idea. That's a perfect idea.
What you think,
Not
Damien?
only for it gives a break for us, because again, drains our energy.
Mhm.
While that student
Yeah.
is off with the therapist, I can get my work done. I can catch it on paperwork. I can, schedule IEP meetings, make sure data's all accurate. I can get so much stuff done while that student's with that therapist. Now, if the therapist is not here and I'm with that student every single day, how am I supposed to get my work done?
Now, I'm glad you said that, because see, now there needs to be a supplemental plan in. Now, if that therapist cannot be there, then how about we bring another therapist in? See, this is where administration comes in. See, this right here, what we're talking about, this is where administration comes in. This is how you present it to them, saying, hey, you are tired just like I'm tired. The only difference is you have a title of being over the whole school, and I'm just a pair. But at the end of the day, I need that same energy. I need that same energy where you can take time off, get your thoughts together. You got the assistant principal and everybody take over for you. So guess what? Now we need y'all to bring in some therapists that maybe can take over for us. So then that way we can talk to you, let you know what is going on with such and such, because there may be one child that may needs to. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not because the behavior part of that child is making me mad. No, the therapist has already said these are the facts of this child. And at the end of the day, either one things is going to happen. They either going to endanger themselves or they're going to endanger me. And if you all are not going to what is going on here, forget a wellness, I'm just going to walk out. I'm wanting to do things in the correct way so that I can also have my mental health, but at the same time, don't walk out on something that I love because you all aren't paying attention. You have to put things in place so that everybody can eat. If everybody can eat, then things get better for the students. Things get better for the students. The teacher are able to teach and do what they love to do instead of always having to wondering, why do I have to stop in the middle of my lesson? Make sense what I'm saying? But it starts with them. That's your wellness day on from coaches, side view of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. That's what everybody needs to do. I'm on agreement with all of you guys because we need, I said this, in one of our episodes that, we need, into our schools, mental health counselors, therapists, because like when I was back in school, you guys, I didn't have that, to where I could because talk with someone about my problems because yes, because Andrew knows this, I was bullied back in school, back in middle school. And I remember that I told my principal of what happened. And it seemed like to me that there was no plan, there was no work of being done of trying to handle that other student. It feels like to me that that principal really didn't care about of what I was going through because I'm African American. He was a white teacher, and you guys, some of my friends know you guys. I don't like talk about stuff like about that, but I feel like that what I was going through it was very important. I was being hurt. I was being hurt, and I went to you of who I trusted the most, letting out my problems, and you don't care about it. We need therapists and mental health counselors into our schools, who care about them. So go ahead, Andrew.
And technically, by law, he's supposed to he's first blah blah blah. He is supposed to report that to the counselor by law. He's supposed to do that. So by him not doing that, it's
Problem.
It's a problem.
Absolutely.
And when a student comes up to me and says that they have a problem with somebody, I will talk to that person first and see, their side of the story. And then I will talk to the other student and, figure out the solution. Now, if they want to hurt themselves, well, that's when I have to by law, I have to talk to the counselor.
Mhm.
Be like, hey, such a judge is thinking about hurting themselves. So let's sit down and have a conversation of why.
Yeah.
Because again, all three of us and all the educators, safety is our number one concern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so check this out. Let's just stop playing. Schools have money. The problem is they want to take the light bill money and pay for the rent, and take the rent money and pay for the electricity bill. And now it's like we ain't got no money. Stop playing. Start paying these people to come into these schools. Now you bring in the therapist, you bring in the mental health counselor. Now we got some things we can do, because see, now we can strategize how we can do things. That way, if you assign a mental health counselor and a therapist to, you get what I'm saying? They switch class every day. Assign them to whatever teacher, and you know, when they switch their classes, I can almost bet just a little bit things will get a little better, because as soon as the student starts to act out, I ain't got to stop doing what I need to do, because now I know the therapist and I know the mental health counselor is in there to say, all right, come here, Mike, because you're doing too much. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to have a little talk back here in our area, right? But it's not disrupting the classroom. See, we can make things work to where we're not listening to what's going on. But at the end of the day, it helps people like Andrew. It helps people like you. It helps people like my moms. It helps people like other teachers I know can focus on the children instead of having to stop because you are being disruptive in the classroom and making it hard for everybody else. And so now, because you've been making it hard for me for the past 4 weeks, one or two things either going to happen. The wellness, what we talked about, right? If they incorporate it, or I'm gone. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And then the first question they want to ask is, well, why are you leaving? Did you not just say what my brother just said? I have came to you as the principal telling you what is going on, but yet you're acting like you don't hear what I got to say. So since you're not focused on me, say because you don't care, then I'm gone. I'm out. I'm either going to go somewhere where they're going to protect me, understand where I'm coming from, or I just get out the system completely. You incorporate the wellness, you don't lose teachers. You incorporate the wellness, you don't have a lot of job openings. And you incorporate this wellness, you don't have a teacher turnover ratio. All right, I'm done. My 50 cents.
Andrew, anything else? All right, you guys, I just want to leave off this here to our audience that if, some mental health and suicide prevention resources to you guys, they are, here for you. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is a hotline for individuals in crisis or for those looking to help someone else. So to speak with someone, you guys, you could dial 988. That's for National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And for the crisis text line is a texting service for emotional crisis support. So to speak with a trained listener, you could text HOME to 741-741. And this is free and available for 24/7. You guys will see it onto your screen. So these resources are out there for you guys. So use it as you can. So great conversation, you guys. We'll be right back with more of the educators. So stay up there. Welcome back to The Educators, you all. Now let's dive into some more ed chat. Okay, so next up, we're going to talk about staff meetings in schools. So Andrew, I want you to start us off with this here, because since you're currently working at school, so you give us everything, spill the tea of staff meetings. Come on, lay it out to us.
Listen, I don't mind. Okay, so me and Damien, when we was in school, we would run into teachers all the time, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And we would say hi to them. But now, me being a teacher, I would say, and I see my former students in public, I now hi. Okay. Because, I don't want them to know, that I have a personal life. I want my students to think that I still live at the school, the that myth that teachers stay at the school because we pretend that we stay there and sleep and then boom, we arrive at the same time. So me personally, I don't like, I mean, I do like seeing my students in public, but there are times I'm like, I want to hide. I want to get in my car and go to somewhere else. Like even from last year, right after school, I went to Sheets to get some things, fill up my car with some gas. And next thing I know, I hear, "Hey, Mr. Fred." I'm like, "Oh, hi. How you doing?" Hi. Yeah, let me finish up my business. Okay. And then I'm gonna go home. Because I got things to do.
Okay.
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 So I'm gonna ask Coach this question right here. When you see your students in public, what do you do?
Cause I ain't you. I ain't trying to go hide nowhere. I like to see my babies. But let me tell you why I say that. Because at the end of the day, they get to see another side of me that they don't see at school. If I see one of my kids at Target, I see one of my kids at Walmart. I mean, yo, what's up? What's good, coach? We in there, right? But I'm not mad with what Andrew said either. Like I say, I'm learning now not to play devil's advocate as much, but to realize that there's two sides to the fence. And I can understand the side of the fence that he's saying, because some teachers be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna, and I'm out." But for a person of my caliber and my personality, what's up? What's going on? Everything good with you? Nice to meet you. Your son is or your daughter, blah, blah, blah. The parent may want to come. Hey, can I talk to you, Coach, for a second? Yeah, we got time. Because if I'm in Walmart or in Target, guess what? I'm wasting time. So I can talk to this parent right here. Why? Because they probably feel more comfortable to say, you know what, coach, outside the settings, let me see how he is, at like this. Okay, now we can talk about why Andrew been coming to class. Oh, okay, I get it now. So this is what he was going through. All right, so what we're going to do is, since we've had the talk here, we will now migrate it to the classroom. So let's set up a time where we can talk again, because in this setting right here, I can't do too much. But now when we come back to the classroom, then I can now do the things that I need to do to get him where he needs to be, right? When you coach Andrew, it's going to be the same way, bro. Your kids, hey, coach, good game, baby. What's good? Like, you're going to have to deal with that. You can't be sitting up here and trying to duck and dodge them babies. But I get what you're saying. Everybody is not an introvert. Everybody is not an extrovert. Like, I get it. But at some point, we're going to have to realize, bro, we can't hide from our students. It don't matter where you go. There's a school somewhere. Students are out with their families. Yo, they're going to see. You may be at Dave & Buster's on the date, yo. Like, I ain't being funny when I say this. You may be at Dave & Buster's on the date, playing a little basketball game, whatever. One of your students come up, yo, what's good, coach? Or, say, hey, Mr. Anderson. Now, I know Damien, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what?
I can real good, Because Damien probably be on there with that thing, like, and he gonna keep it moving, he's gonna acknowledge. Now he ain't gonna be like me and wave and be like, "Yo, what's good?" But I can almost guarantee you, Dave, give you that, because that's what you do, and you have a good day. And like he gonna go on by his business, But It's okay, because at the end of the day, we can't hide from them. The only time that we start to get a little skeptical if we have those mental issues of us doing things we're not supposed to do. That's when it becomes a problem, because now everything that we're doing, we want to make sure that not only will the students see us, but parents and other co-workers too. Prime example, I don't drink, right? But if somebody's on the staff has had a long day, they're 9 times out of 10 gonna get a cold one. Well, they don't want to go to the same store where their students at, right? Because they don't want their students seeing that they got a what? They got a cold one. So they may travel outside, you understand what I'm saying? So that they're not seen. That's a horse of another color. But if we just in general day, and you getting gas, Andrew, and I'm one of your students, bro, I might even come up there and hug you, man. If you push me, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm gonna call abuse. But what I'm saying is, bro, you can't hide. You can't hide from your kids, bro. But like I said, everybody got to understand there's 2 sides to the fence.
Yeah.
Some people are good with this. Some people don't want to be bothered. And then you just got people in a neutral space too. What you got?
Funny that you said that, because just last week I was going out to eat with my I was catching up with my former teacher friend and her friends.
Okay.
And soon when we were leaving the restaurant, one of her teacher friends' students got out of the car.
Okay.
And said, "Hey." She's like, "Oh man, hey." I was like, That's it.
Can't hide from them, y'all.
Can't hide from them.
Can't hide from
You
the baby.
can't.
Because here's the thing. This and I'm biased, just like y'all biased. Let me tell you why I say that. High school student is like, but I guarantee you when them little kindergartners, first graders come up, we all so happy to see them, right? But when it's the older kids, all right, I see you Monday. But we biased to the little babies though. You doing good? You want some candy? Like, we'll do all that for them. But then with the older kids come up, yo, can I get a Reese's from you, Coach? You got money. Man, look, man.
You got money.
You gotta stop being
biased. I'll see
biased.
you on Monday, though. I'll see you Monday.
But we gotta stop being biased, is what I'm saying. Because the same energy that we show our little babies growing up, let's start showing that same energy. Because even though they're older, they still look up to us. Whether some people believe this or not, about 60 to 65% of students do look up to their teachers, yo.
They do. They do.
And so we have to be careful with how we do things and how we treat them when they're out, because you just never know. That could be the student when you're going through something, could be the one to say, you know what, Coach was there for me, Mr. Anderson was there for me. I'm gonna be there for you. Hey, class, look, we done gave these people hell all through the week. We're gonna come to class today, we're gonna chill. We're gonna let them do what they need to do. And now when you get in the classroom, you're trying to figure this out, because that kid who looked up to you all was like the same respect he give us, we're gonna make sure we give them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's okay, Andrew. Stop being a bear. You ain't gotta go hibernate, my boy. It's okay, man. Come on out and enjoy the sunlight, man. So Damien, what about you? I mean, how do you feel about it? Because it can go both ways, bro. Like, what do you think?
I don't care. I really don't care. When I see my former teachers, I don't, I don't get, embarrassed or shocked. I just be like, if I see them, if I want to speak with them, I speak with them. If not, I just go on about my business. That's just with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's both sides. Like he said, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a favorite teacher, I'm pretty sure.
Of course. Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Y'all miss me.
Yeah, but if it's somebody else who was born or mean to us, then no, I'm not going to speak to you. I'm not.
I got you. I respect that.
That's just my character.
Right. I can respect that.
Be like,
Yeah. In my mind, Andrew. In my mind. I'm not going to say it out loud. I'll be in my mind. Because
no, I'm gonna say it. I'm going to say it. Because I'm gonna let you know how I feel when I was your student. Okay, I'm gonna let you know.
Oh goodness. Hey,
You
controversial.
still got to be a little respectful, Andrew. Come on now. You got to be
Yes, Andrew.
respectful.
Yes. Yep. Controversy at its finest. And I'm taking sides today. Yes. You gotta be respectful, Mr. Teacher, Mr. Professional, right? I love y'all, man. Y'all good, man. Y'all good. But no, you do gotta be respectful though, for real. Like, regardless of the fact. You know what I'm saying? High or keep it moving.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, Andrew. All right. Okay, so you guys, we have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more of the educators, so stay right there. Welcome back, you guys. So let's switch gears now and talk about substitute teacher stories. Okay. So do you guys have any great, any crazy, boring substitute teacher stories from when you was back in school that you would like to share?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I want to let y'all know I was a bomb behind substitute. I probably one of the best substitutes in America because I let my children listen to music while we learn. There's a difference. Okay. Don't judge me, Damien. Don't you dare judge me, brother Andrew. But listen, but no. So when I would come in, you get to know the students, right? Mm-hmm. Most of the time, students like to, see how much they can test the sub. I just came in and blatantly told them straight up, look, I'm Coach D. I ain't your real teacher, but at the end of the day, my job is to make sure you all do what it is that you need to do. And so therefore, I'm a little different. Since I already know that you all are going to be on your phone and that you all like listen to music, how about we do this? I'm going to go over the assignment for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Any questions that you have within 10 to 15, let me know. We can go over it. But in the meantime, between time, you can put your headphones in and listen to your music while you do your work. Some of the best days of subbing, because guess what those kids told the teacher? Hey, we want coach to come back. 2 reasons. They were learning, and I gave them things. I gave them, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Help me. It's a word. I can't think of it. Privileges. I gave them privileges of listening to their music while doing their schoolwork, right? But there was never any behavior issues. And for every class I was able to substitute, bro, their behavior was just that much better each day I was able to sub. When you go back and visit, the teacher then says, yo, I don't know what it is that you did for my class, but I've seen progress in their work, how they talk to each other, how they talk to me now. And that's my story of being a sub.
Okay. Same with you, Coach, that, when I was subbing, I'm going to do the high school, for instance. Yeah, I'll let them, do whatever they want to do because, I let them listen to music during assignments. They can talk, but as long as they are doing the work that their teacher provides for them, if you're doing that, and if you can manage, listen to music and talking, that's good. But as long as you guys are working, okay, my job is easy. I don't have to, yell at you guys, tell you constantly what you're supposed to do, because you guys should know you're high school students. So with them, yes, middle school students, when I was subbing over there, they love me. They always like for me to return back because I tell them, I'm not your real teacher. I'm here, as your substitute. I'm here, to give you guys what you need to do for this day. They listen. And then my job is very easy. They made my job very easy for me. It wasn't very complicated or, hard. They made it easy for me. So it went very smoothly.
Exactly. Andrew. See, I don't even want to hear your stuff because, see, I already got a feeling that your stuff is going to be all out.
Yeah, of course.
But listen, so when I come into the classroom, I make a little joke here and there. But for me, like I think everybody can agree, that once they're doing, I told them, I said, look, I don't mind if y'all listen to the music. I don't mind if y'all talk.
Right.
Just as long as you get your work done.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Right.
And there are times where I do talk to them, joke with them here and there, to make sure their day is great. And there are times where towards the end of class, I'm like, if you don't finish by today, don't fret, you'll finish it tomorrow. And I'll let your teacher know that some of y'all was working.
Right.
Because like Damien said, it's made my job easier.
Right.
I ain't gotta let y'all know what to do.
Exactly.
I spent, I want to say 2 years of subbing elementary and middle school, but majority middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go. Majority of middle school. I like middle school. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like, they're preteens, They may have attitudes, but I can get them right back.
Yeah, work around it.
Bro, why is it that everybody else camera clear, no camera fading in and out, bro? Like you got there from Marvel or something. Like, is this something you tell me, Damien? You a superhero?
I must be. I don't know. I don't know. I must have got that secret power that nobody has.
Always goes in and out.
Right.
So I'm sick of it, to be honest with you.
You
want to be different. So you want to have segregation on the show. That's basically what
no, but
All right, that's cool, man. What else we got, man? So we can finish out our day, man. What y'all got?
Yeah, all right. So I brought this up, you guys, earlier, but somehow Andrew, he transitioned into talking about running to teachers in public. Earlier, I mentioned, staff meetings. So yeah, let's
staff meetings.
I go, Damien. I go, Damien.
Let's talk about that.
Andrew ain't want to talk for I go.
Yeah, so, thank you.
Yeah, because I like the way people make that shift low key, like we ain't know what was going on.
Right.
So for me, I'm just gonna throw him under the bus. No, but for me, it depends. Because Andrew, Damien, you never been a pair, so I'm gonna put it in prepare perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the administration, bro. Certain staff meetings, you don't really have to have. When they have half a days, I would rather be in the classroom preparing my lesson plan than to have to go through a PD that I maybe went through 2 months ago. That makes sense what I'm saying? So what they like to do is they like to hold these meetings, but in all actuality, bro, they're PDs. They're professional development. They just want to call it a meeting. And in all actuality, bro, we probably just had this conversation maybe 2 weeks ago. So it all depends, because some of those meetings, like Andrew has said in the past, they are boring.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be unprofessional. I'm not saying this unprofessionally, Damien, but bro, I have went to sleep in meetings, bro. Because Oh, go ahead.
No. I just want to ask this here. Yeah, because you guys have experienced it. I want to know, like, how can, why do you guys think, it's so boring? How can, we like make it, Why? Because I'm all about, you guys know, all about positivity and all
Repetitive.
this and that energy. Why is it always so boring?
It's repetitive.
It's the exact same thing that they've been saying since
Yeah.
the first exact meeting, and we're just sitting there like, yep.
Then why do they keep on having it then?
Because
If they're gonna keep on talking about the same stuff over and over.
ask your team leads that question. Ask the people who are the team leads. Ask Andrew. He know about them team leads just like I know about. Ask them why we keep going through the same stuff over and over again. And that's not me being rude. That's not me saying it in a nonchalant way. But I know Andrew can agree with me that ask the team lead that, because it's the team leads who's going to the principal telling them the stuff, bro. Instead of just being a team lead and saying, you know what, we're not going to do no more staff meetings as a whole. What we're going to do is we're going to break it off. So each team go with their team. Let's talk about what needs to be done. And I can almost guarantee you it won't be as boring because it'll be more hands-on. I agree with what you're saying, Damien. Like, yeah, respect, support. Like, I'm with you on that part, right? But it is repetitive and you're not doing nothing to help engage and to help me becoming better, and you just got me sitting through you talking and you know you're not doing nothing about it, it gets boring, bro.
That's just a waste of time.
Our point exactly. Our point exactly.
Thank you.
And there are days where we're like, this could have been an email.
Damn, I'm not being funny, bro. I love coaching, but I had to stop. I had to cut practice later because I had a staff meeting, bro, that had nothing to do with me. I don't teach math, but I had to go through this whole math PD, and I'm sitting here like, I am the in-school suspension person. Like, I had practice. Like, this has nothing to do with me. Unless you finna tell me 2 + 2 finna come to in-school suspension tomorrow, this ain't got nothing to do with me, right? But I had to sit through that. And that's basically what we're saying, bro. It's not about knocking. It's not about being disrespectful. Like, at the end of the day, if it's going to benefit me, I'm there. I'm full-fledged in. I'm paying attention. I'm engaged. But if it's boring, I'm like the students, nah.
That ain't got to do with me. Why am I here?
Not in this deep.
And what gets me is admin will get frustrated or will get upset if you're not there, or if you leave early.
It's true, man. It's true. It's true.
Oh, we need you to be at this meeting because we think it will be beneficial to you. What? But I gotta go. Like, I got a doctor's appointment to go to. I got children to pick up. I got practice. That starts at 3:30. What are we doing? Is it important?
Yeah, dude.
No? Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, let me ask this, and because if you guys answered the exact same thing, then I need to do something about it once I become a teacher. Are these meetings a requirement? Do you have to attend them, or you could attend, certain ones out of the year?
No.
Okay.
Went to the meeting. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm gonna say this. Everybody ain't making up they got to go to the doctor, because some people do got to go to the doctor. Some people do.
Absolutely.
Okay, but for some who just sick of it, yeah, man, the doctor excuse. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And Andrew know when I say that, I think the doctor excuse is the best one. But the best one that I've heard is I'm really going through a divorce right now, and I'm mentally not in tune to this, and I have to go and pick up my children because right now I'm not fully focused and engaged about what's going on. And the principal was like, go ahead. 2 things about that story. You're 21, you just got out of the college, so I know you weren't married. And for 2, your mama takes care of your baby. So I know you're in school right now. But I knock you because I get it. Like, it had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with the social studies department. It had nothing to do with the math department. What they were talking about was reading. That was strictly English and reading, bro. That had nothing to do with
the sped department. And the sped department, like,
And so yeah, bro, you're gonna have to change some things, Damon.
Yeah. Oh,
I have
most
to, bro.
definitely. Most definitely. Because no, I am I got things to do. I have a life. I have a
See,
life.
see, now you
See,
see how
I have a
see,
life.
see,
And
now you see how we be feeling.
you
see.
guys are not going to make me sit here for how many hours?
Woo,
It has nothing to do with
woo,
me. It has nothing to do with me. No, I'm out. I'm out.
woo.
I'm sorry. Send it to me
D,
Oh
through
no,
email.
because so far our meetings are like an hour or an hour 30 minutes to 2 hours. But please note, hold on. Please note that I got a 40-minute drive. 40-minute drive. So let's say the staff meeting ends at 4:30. So that means I probably won't get home, including traffic. So let's add traffic on top of that. I probably won't get home probably like 5 o'clock, 5:30.
okay, so let me just go ahead and chop you out there like Kung Chun Li right quick, bro. If that's the case, no, but see, you know what? If that's the case, this is where you build relationships. So let's just say all three of us work, right? Let's say we did get out of a staff meeting and we know traffic is going to be heavy. That's when we all say, you know what? Applebee's, Zaxby's. Let's just go somewhere. Let's sit down. Let's talk. Let's get our mind off. Then that way we've ate, we've laughed, and guess what? Now we can go home. We can go on the, you understand, on a smooth ride.
Mm-hmm.
When Damien have meetings, I got to give to Damien. If that man say it's going to be 30, we done in 15. I respect that. But if you need additional questions asked, I will be here an additional 15 minutes so you can get that full 30. If you need me, there have been some staff meetings I can say they've went along with timing. But then you got them fools who sit here and are long-winded and forget what they just told you 10 minutes ago. And it goes something like this here. We're just going to come in here. We're going to talk for 25 minutes and I'm going to let you all go.
No, it's been 30 minutes
yeah.
to 45 minutes.
Yeah,
and we're still here talking about the same exact
and
thing.
when you do this, no, put your hand down. I need to get it all out.
No. We're going to come back to you in just a second.
D. Oh, no. And I'm done after this, D. This is my favorite one. Are there any questions? That's when I get up and go, because you have everything this man or woman has told you. You have all time to hear, because throughout this conversation, they've asked if anybody have any questions. Please don't be afraid to raise your hand, bro. You have Damien. It's gonna happen. And I'm not saying your day gonna be bad. You can be having a good day, but it's gonna be that one person. And as soon as they about to get ready to, I do have a quick. Damien, be professionally as you can be. And what I want you to do, and I just want you to let them know that, no, I will not be here now because you asked, did anybody have any questions? Which means I had no question, which means I'm finna go because I ain't got no question to ask.
Right.
So why should I have to suffer?
You're not going to hold me up.
Yeah, you know what I'm just saying.
Does anybody have any questions?
Any questions?
Put your hand down, okay? Put your hand down. I'm ready to go. We've been here for 45 minutes to an hour. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Don't get us started. What's next, bro? What's next? Don't get us started, bro.
That's it.
I'm tired. You've been here all day, and now you want to raise your hand because you got a question?
I'm gonna give my 60-second positivity of today, and it goes like this: do not allow people. No, but seriously, do not allow people and circumstances to dictate and change who you are. Because in life, we all may go through things, but in life, we still have to build our own character while investing in ourselves and others.
All right.
Short and sweet.
Absolutely. Yeah, short and sweet.
No,
absolutely.
Notice how it was short and sweet to the point.
Absolutely.
No,
absolutely.
He didn't ask no questions. He
get to the point. Get to the point.
Yes, to the point.
Get to the point.
Not this.
So we could get out of here.
We're going to talk about some issues that we're having here.
No.
Get straight to the point so I could get out because I don't got time for this. I don't. All right. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely change this. I am definitely for sure because I'm not about to no sit up in here. It has nothing to do with me. You're
Right.
wasting my time. You're holding me up. Like, no, no, you're not gonna do that to me.
And the funny thing is, during during staff meetings, we sit by our people. What I mean by people, I mean we sit by our teacher friends and we're just goofing off.
Right.
You know, we be on phones. We're like,
That's true. That's true, bro.
oh. And they're going to tell us to quiet down. I'm like,
That's true.
this room by vibe.
Right. That's true.
All
That
right.
got nothing to do with us. Got nothing to do.
It don't. But you gonna hush. Go ahead, Damon.
Yeah, yeah,
Right now.
yeah, Andrew. Let me, you guys, yeah, because this is absolutely ridiculous. It really is. But let's end this here. Again, thank you, Coach. For giving us that 60-second timeout. We really do appreciate it. Welcome back to the show. Now, our first guest, you guys, for season 8, who happens to be our guest co-host for today, is currently a high school senior, the
Yes.
the host of his late night talk show, Late Nights with Bry'Neir Seymore, and one of my good friends, you guys, that I am getting to know better and love. So, everyone, please welcome to the show, Bry'Neir Seymore. Hello,
Hello, hello.
Bry'Neir.
How's everything going?
Yes, yes, yes. We are so happy. You are filling in twice as our guest co-host, and now we're interviewing you onto the show. So, we're going to switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
So, before we hop right into it, how are you enjoying yourself on today with us, with me and Andrew?
I gotta say, it's pretty fun. It's a real fun time.
Good, good, good. So I want to ask you this here, and we're going to talk about, later on, about your show, your talk show,
Mhm.
late night talk show. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But what I want to know, because I ask every guest this here, because our audience don't know who they are. So can you give, our audience a little background of who you are? Who is Bry'Neir Seymore?
Well, um, I am a extraordinaire. I am a curious person because I like knowing things and understanding things better. And I'm a very intuitive type person. I'm not a very outgoing, like club partying. No, that's not me. But I am a person that's in the know, and I can control myself in the know as well. I can say that I am a type of person that is very honest, blunt, respectful at all times. And yeah, I'm a vision seeker. I like using my vision. I'm like using my ability to look into the world and see things and notice things and be out open.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Yeah, and same with me here too, that I am not an outgoing person as well either because I like to, stay in because I like
Yeah.
my personal space. I really do. I
I mean,
like
personal space is great. I love my personal space, but sometimes I can be out. in the outgoing, but sometimes I'll just be chill, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, quite, into the middle. So yes, Andrew, I'm gonna hand it over to you.
So my first question is how did the talk show came about? So how did it originate?
Okay. It happened when I was I believe I was a seventh grader at the time. And as I was a seventh grader, I always wanted to do more. Because I was starting to get my feel and be in that vibe where I wanted to do film. I wanted to do movies. I wanted to do this and that. I was a big Tyler Perry fan at first because I used to watch his movies all the time, plays, everything. So with me, I wanted to take that time and that ability to open up and be in that space. So the show happened because I always wanted to do some type of. I'm a great host, like literally, I'm a great MC. I've been on the microphone since I was kindergarten. Opening up my kindergarten promotion ceremony. So I've always been known to give that voice, get that motto about things. Because with me, I used to do the morning news at my elementary school all the time, and they would be like, "Oh, do this and do that." So I wanted to broad that, and so I wanted to do a show, and I thought about it. I thought how I want to do it. I was going to do it live in this. I chose late night because there's a void in Black people doing late night talk shows. The only one that was there was Trevor Noah. That's no more. So I feel that I want to broaden my space because there's been a great lineup of late night hosts. Yes, but there has not been a late night host of color. So that's one of the things I wanted to do late nights for Bry'Neir Seymore for, is to open up and because I had the time to do it. I can't do the daytime show because I was, of course, in school. So that's one of the things I wanted to do with late nights, and I wanted to go ahead and venture and take that on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. So I've been, checking it out, ever since I got to, meet you, Bry'Neir,
Yeah.
of course, virtually, of course. I have watched, a couple episodes of your show, and also I got to fill in for you, being, a guest host onto your show. And I absolutely love the style, the format that you are doing onto your show, because you're bringing, yourself to the show. You're bringing your absolute self to the show. And that is what I love about you, because, you have some people out here, who try to, fake it, and just, not show, their real personality, but you are doing that onto your show. And I've just got to give you props for to that. So, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely.
Who inspired you to create this platform, to create Late Night with Bry'Neir Seymore?
So the inspiration just kind of came from my people who do talk shows. I can give Arsenio Hall as one of the major inspirations of a late night talk show itself, because he was the king of late night. So I would say Arsenio Hall, if I had to give an answer, but and give an honest answer, I would say I just inspire myself to do that. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. So my thing, I want to ask you this here, then I quite asked our guests about this here, but since since you're not a teacher, I want to know this. What's one thing that you have learned about yourself since doing your talk show Late Nights with Bry'Neir Seymore? Is there something that has surprised you of once you had started doing this, and just yeah?
I learned more about myself. I'm learned that I have to stay connected to what's going on now, because like when you think about it, like it's been long years. I've done my show for a good 6 years now, and when you look back on those years, you notice the things of how life was, how life changed, how I grew from a seventh grader to a sophomore. I was about to say sophomore. How I grew from a seventh grader to a senior, and it's compelling because you have to sit down and take that in and notice that and learn from yourself, learn from the
Absolutely.
action had been brought on to you from multiple people. People are learning about the real selves now. So I feel that that is an opportunity for me to kind of sit down and cater, to myself on how I grow up. So I would say I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I had the ability to listen more. I learned that I had the ability to stay focused, to stay in the know and keep up with the culture.
Absolutely, absolutely. Andrew, before you give him another question, that has been, the same thing with me too, of doing this show here, and then also with my other show, that, because I mean, I'm not saying that, I, pay attention to everybody, because I do listen to everybody. I sit down and actually listen. But since I, been doing this show and my other show, it has really allowed me, okay, Damien, no, seriously, because I know in the past, you probably here or there do listen, but you got to take it all in and really accept it and just sit down and just truly listen to what somebody else have to say, so you can also give your opinion back to them. Because if you're just sitting back here and you just, always nod your head, that you had to seriously just listen. I mean, it's fine for that. So I just had to say that. Go ahead, Andrew.
Which kind of shifts into to my question. Jamie, you may remember this question because you went deep on this.
Okay.
My show.
I know. I was going to ask him that, Andrew, but go ahead. Crap.
So
Crap.
right.
Reading my mind. Crap. Go ahead. Sorry.
What is one thing or what advice would you say to your younger self?
Yes. Well, my advice I would give to my younger self is to take everything in as you're growing. Because let's remember, you're in a society now where you're learning more about yourself than you know more about yourself. You learn more than you know about yourself. So with that being said, it is a journey for you to sit down and recognize that you are learning more and more about yourself every day as you grow.
Amen.
So I
Yeah.
feel that you just take everything in, take the compliments in, take everything, take the hate in as well. There's going to be hate given to you regardless of who you are. So take it all in and take that um not only as a person will sit down and gather a whole lot of hate about you, take it in and try to embrace that into your bigger self, into your bigger knowledge. So that's what I would say as well. So the stuff I would learn for myself is take everything in and try to learn how to flow with it. Growing up is gonna be hard, but take the flow and you'll make it through.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. I like that. Andrew's face. Um, so I want to kind of shift gear a little bit here and really, talk about you, because I'm curious about this, and it probably with our audience as well. What's something people seem to misunderstand about you? Is there something I don't like saying this, but is there something kind of like, weird that people are like, okay, why is he like this? Why does he do this or this and that? Is there something that some people just can't seem to, understand about you?
They can't understand that I have a good listening and I can give great conversations. Because people think I'm a scientist. I'm not. I don't like science to begin with. People think I am a nerd type of person by the way I talk. I'm a professional person. I like to have a open mouth of I want to sit here and I want to talk and I want to, open my mouth and have great conversations that people need to hear. And also, people say I have a lot of great advice. Why do I have so much advice? Well, because I'm a person that I like to listen and I like to open up. And I'm a most, because as you can see, I'm a well-spoken individual because I I think that's for me because I feel like people judge off of looks and your book, except for opening the book. And I feel that people think that I'm a dude that's gonna sit and talk your head off all day. And really I don't, because I feel like I have a voice. I feel like I am in the now and know and I understand a lot of situations. And I feel like I can be that person to give that the balanced conversation too, because I feel like that's me and I want to sit here and open up and have a conversation about that. That's for me. Um Also because people notice that I have a well-spoken voice, a well-mannered tone. I'm comparably I can tell you this, I am totally not compared to my peers. Literally, my peers are some people who you don't see a version of themselves like me, but people compare me to different people, and that's one thing I like to point out, because people compare me to people who are the known reality versus the actual reality. So one thing that people compare me to different things, so that's what people would find. I will paraphrase that question. People will find me unique because of that.
Andrew? No? All right. Well, I always like to leave this with our guest who comes on. How would you like to be remembered as by a person? How would you? I'm stumbling a little bit.
Want to
What?
be remembered?
Yes. What does your legacy want to be like? What does your legacy? What do you want your legacy to be like once you leave this earth? How you want people to remember you guys?
Well, for me, I want people to remember me as this person who came and approached the world as himself. Because there's not a lot of people that will come on a platform like talk shows and approach them as themselves. They're often taught to do these things based upon their producers. Am I right or wrong? So I feel that I want people to know that I have an independent voice that can open my mouth and provide you with the things you want to hear. So, with me, I feel that I want to be remembered as the type of person that left a mark on everything. Want people to remember me because I have that open mindset to do anything I want to do. I want to be a major producer as well as a talk show host. I want to own my own company. I want to own this. I want to own my own television shows, my television stations. I want to do a lot of stuff in the industry. I want people to notice that I'm a big person in the industry and I'm big on doing the stuff and taking the stuff that is needed to do that. So I want people to remember me by me being a major trailblazer in this industry. Yeah.
And there you have it right there. So we thank you so much for, being with us here. You can check out his, late night talk show, Late
Yes.
Nights with Bry'Neir Seymore, you
Yes.
guys, weeknights, you guys,
Yes.
over onto his YouTube channel, you guys. Thanks,
Yes.
Bry'Neir. Thank you so much. You guys, yes, we had to take a break, but we will be right back to wrap up our show for today. So stay right there. You're watching The Educators.
Love watching The Educators? You can be a part of our conversations too. The Educator is active on social media. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and follow us on Twitter. Be a part of our conversations by telling us what you think. Behind the scenes content of our show. To stay up to date with what's happening on our show and the world. You keep the conversation going, so get social with your friends now. Like, comment, and connect with us on The Educators.
That is our show for today. Seriously, it really is. We thank you all so much, for tuning in with us. We really do appreciate it. We thank you all, for always tuning in, watching. So we will see you guys next time right here on The Educators. So until then, what?
No, I do. But next week, I do want to give y'all 2 tips on what it means to be a Secret Santa in the professional industry. So that was it, bro. Because we're
Okay.
getting ready for the holidays to
Oh
come
yeah,
up.
holiday season.
So,
Yeah, holiday
Yeah.
season.
Well, that's in December, Coach, not now, but it's fine. It's fine. I have a never mind. That's some that could be a whole different show because I have
Okay.
well no, let me say this real quickly. I hate when people they go from Halloween and they go straight to Christmas. Like they
I'm
skip
for
the
real.
whole I'm sick of that. I don't
I'm for real.
Okay,
yeah,
first of
I don't
all,
like that.
you
You can't
since you
skip
want to throw it
Thanksgiving.
out
You
there,
can't do
okay,
that.
well,
You have to
you're right.
wait. The holidays start December 1st, people. It doesn't
You are
start in
right.
November.
Okay, you are right. And if you're talking to me because you've seen my stuff on IG, then
Yes, I have. Yes, I
okay,
have.
and you know what? I can accept the responsibility, but I haven't put nothing up Thanksgiving. You're absolutely right. And so I need to get my thoughts together. Let me live.
Hey, how we gonna
Okay.
jump a holiday?
Yeah,
Like
you can't
Thanksgiving
do
is
that.
Jesus. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay,
confused.
fine.
I'm
Fine.
confused.
I accept full responsibility for and
Like,
on
how you
this
gonna play
show,
Christmas music in
in the
November?
show. No,
But
because y'all ain't finna get on me. No.
Okay. I'm just telling you like it is. I just know the holiday starts December 1st, people. Okay, December 1st.
like, how
After
are you gonna play
after
Christmas music
Thanksgiving,
on November 1st? And Thanksgiving is like 3 weeks away, and you
yeah,
won't skip over Thanksgiving.
no.
Because first of all, I was feeling a good way, God dog it. Okay, so don't judge me because I want to watch Hallmark movies early and they're showing Christmas movies and I'm glued in. I'm glued in.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine
You
with
know, Damien,
you.
and I want to
That
let you know.
that's fine with you.
Hey,
That's fine with you.
we're just
But
following
don't
the holiday.
don't post it though. Wait
Okay,
till December.
okay,
I don't
fine.
care. You could
Fine.
watch it. You could watch it year round. I don't care. You only post it in December.
Okay, fine. All right. I've said it on live on when this drops. Y'all heard Coach say it. I am guilty of this. All right, fine. I'm putting in my 2 weeks because y'all ain't me doing it.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
But
right.
now I got y'all. You're right. I did skip. I surely did. I ain't put nothing for Thanksgiving. My bad, y'all.
I'm gonna hold this conversation till next week.
Yeah, next week. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
All right, you guys. So without that out of the way, we will see you guys next week right here on The Educator. So until then, take care of yourself and be blessed. See you guys next time.